Hello everybody, we're back in Armikrog, and unfortunately, well, quite a few things I gotta talk about. One, sorry I didn't make an episode yesterday. I've been kind of busy for the past several days with lots of different things, and so I didn't have time to really record anything. And then I only have time to record one video of Armikrog and Rebel Galaxy for today. And then tomorrow I should have more time to be able to do longer recording sections. But then I also wanted to say that what I was trying to record earlier, because this is actually my second attempt at it, something happened to the video. I'm not sure if it was Fraps related or just something else, but like some of the video just kind of turned black and then couldn't do anything. And so everything that I did, everything I progressed with, was gone. So I had to start over, and I mean from the very beginning because I already saved over that I didn't do, which is probably why I should now do multiple saves instead of just one. And so I'll just kind of go through it again, and it'll be faster, so I'm able to actually make more progress. So, and this. Also, the combinations of the door changed because it was a new game. So it's a fizzy soda plant, like a plant thing with a, I don't know, something like that. Well, yeah, this is just a bunch of things. So hopefully that doesn't ruin the continuity too much. What was the other thing I needed? Oh, yeah. But yeah, so we'll just kind of quickly progress along, hopefully. One more. Oops, still one more. There we go. So now we'll get the second, or we'll get something else that'll help us progress. I really need to find a new recording program. I just don't know what's good. Because for some reason using Fraps makes the game, well, certain games, like either lag or the video occasionally just cuts out. And then I have to start recording again. Okay, so then let's talk to this weird thingy. I still think has a strangely sexy voice. And yes, subtitles are on, it's just that they don't stop this part for some reason. So that's where we are currently, Armikrog, I believe, presume. Ne Armikrog sollten dort seed nu sifi kappa div, rugas et alse mongol, dien rogov se galizor, ortat se grillet ne gidni aspirosnik. Geula nu chef, nis dien rasiva. Armikrog darajab dog, hata rob nu zo someone tried to come to Armikrog.
Ne, salt nemdian ratla from must.
And obviously evil because of the claw hands. He's at the wall, speaking of giant hole. And the protectors, or the people who are living in Armikrog, got attacked. Does the Zim look alike? I decided he wanted to steal the wife. He stopped him. The monk stopped him. Only to be killed shortly after. And now as a spirit, he inhabits Armikrog. And there is little... I'm still not entirely sure what it is. I still think of it as an egg. Yaseo capo de rabrazadar et alca urbos et se occur. O raposaka de suda rabra nivida et de lay osu. Dropped it off. And thank you very much. And then back we go. And then we can progress, I mean. Come on, come on, come on. Faster, faster, faster. Kind of want to get back to where I was. I kind of feel annoyed, though, that the footage just randomly cut out at parts 2. That's right, hack it up, Beak Beak. Thank you. Plug it into that. And Beak Beak. How about you press the button for us? Because for some reason we can't. And now we have power. Excellent. Okay, so I'm trying to remember how I did things before, too. So I can try to, like, do it like I did it before. I won't have the same reactions, because I've already experienced it once. But... oh no, I have to go up, right. I did everything I could on the first floor. Uh-huh. And then now we progress. Put the little lever there. And then sucked up the tube. It's like going into the internet, except not.
Whoa, yeah, this is great!
Oh yes it is. On a little gondola. Or not gondola, but why can't I think of the word? Why can't I think of the word? Now, anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Whee!
And zip. Okay, so it's this weird little block thing. Okay, so the passwords would be fizzy soda, that weird plant thing with a beak, and then this kind of creature that looks like it has the ... speech bubble underneath its mouth. With one eye. So hopefully I remember that. Okay, let's get out. There we go. Now quickly, before I forget. Boom boom boo boo. Do 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 do. Down we go. Into Aberhant Lincoln. Also, I just realized we still have the baby inside of us. Bop, and bop. There we go. Huzzah! So much easier when you know what you're looking for. And then this puzzle I figured out. Oh, right. Gotta follow the switch. Pull off the parking brakes. And this is the same combination as it was before. And there we go. Now just get off this crazy ride. And progress once again. Okay, let us out. There we go. Still not sure what his clickety clacking is supposed to be for. I do remember though it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1. That hasn't changed, apparently. So now we go back on the gondola. Not the gondola, the thingy. Why can I not think of the word? Whoop. And whoop. Congratulations, Beak Beak. We are now somewhere on the internet. I mean, they already were, but still. Tubes and all. Okay, I made that joke, a reference, too many times already. Now, moving on. Whee. And forward we go. Slowly but surely. Now, I know how to figure this out, but I can't remember if the bottom one had something too. Oh yeah, it does, but later. So we go on this and click. And we're ready to go. And then, not sure what those are. They just kind of look like kindergarten craft projects, sort of. And then weird little bird things floating in the background. Or flapping, I mean. Okay, let us out. There we go. Huzzah! And then... oh yeah, this. So this thing will take a little bit, so I'll just fast forward through this, I think. And there we go! Huzzah! I really hope I don't have to run into any timed puzzles, because the fact that Fraps keeps making this game lag so much makes it hard to time things. So let's see. This is pretty much about as far as I got last time, so let's go to the right. Start. Jason Spear, Bob Dole, Balo, Skello, Tetroya, PK Amzog, something or other. I'm guessing I can't do anything with them yet, but I assume they're either programmers or backers, most likely programmers, or something like that. I can't throw that switch for some reason. Alright.
That looks kind of familiar.
Oh, yep. It's that, priest dude with the fancy mustache.
Inspire others to great heights, and your objectives shall be reached.
I assume they mean the statues? I can click on this wall. Oh, and at some point he's gonna get up there. I can see that little door. And there's something up there too. The Blank Miner. For 7 years I did not see Maeva, though I heard her name in passing. I did not love her, because I did not know her name. But I loved her presence in the universe, her person. Even if she knew me, she could not love me, for I was unlovable. Back in the mind, she was spared the worst of me. Though Maeva would come to be the focus of my desire, my attraction to her could not be expressed by the brute that I was. I was but a few steps from an animal, yet my desire for her was beyond anything else I knew or loved. It was worship. I was raised in a blank mine. Blanks are slices of rock, which are held to the forehead so a thought can... oh! Self-scribe onto the surface. When a blank has been scribed, it is called a thought. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's get out. Get out. Get out. There we go. How do I return? It must be by the same path by which I came so long ago. The purple ball of fuzz. It rests in its crevice. Zerk must touch it again for me to return, but he lies prostrate, dead. He cannot come to me. I must go to him. My thoughts go to the weakness of the rock that surrounds the purple fuzz ball. With a small effort, I split the slab of rock free. It shattered on the cave floor, sending a shower of rock across Zerk's body. With it, the fuzz ball is carried, until it touches Zerk. I am swimming up from the depths of the pool. My head breaches the surface, and I sit up in my old body, just as the rest of the ditch monger crew arrives. Huh. Tools, weapons, food, plants, medicine, magic, and pets. I found myself on a military base. The surface design was stark and open, leaving me few places to hide. The suns were just starting to rise, and with the forest over a mile away in any direction, I had no choice but to find a quiet building in which to hide and perhaps get some sleep. Darn it, dogs. There were over 50 buildings, some teeming with activity, others unused. I cracked the door of the closest building that seemed unoccupied, and went inside. The interior was dark. The room had row upon row of shelving. The only light came in through the opaque windows that let in a faint orange haze from the rising suns. Nobody could see through those windows. I assume because they're like anti-radiation things. Probably thinking too deep into it. Anyway, a meeting in the woods. When daylight broke, I could hear the chatter of chipmunks, even over my burning leg muscles. My clothes were cut to shreds from walking among the low-hanging tree branches. I decided it would be best to find a hiding place, assisted by the light of day, then rest until nightfall. I found a large nest of coiled branches just above my head height in a tree. The nest was still warm, as if the occupant just left. There was no chatter of chipmunks in this eerily silent place. Then I saw several 3-inch triangular teeth lying on the floor of the nest. It was the nest of an Ichthusian sawworm. I decided to find a new hiding place. We came to an area where punishment and crime. We came to an area where the terrain grew suddenly steep. We struggled to ascend, clutching at trees and bushes to pull ourselves upward. The road off to our right was very tempting, but even though we were far from the mine, I still feared exposure if we walked openly on the road so close to populated areas. We climbed over a particularly large boulder, only to be greeted by a wide area of broken stones. The trees and bushes were gone, leaving us exposed. It was no use hiding. We decided we might as well go up onto the road. Maeva led us to a narrow canyon, where walls stood adorned with strange carvings I could not decipher. Every angle was perfect, and the walls were smooth as glass. I realized that the canyon had not been formed naturally. The canyon walls had been carved by the drunk. Whatever that is. We came to a circle of polished white stones inlaid into the floor. Maeva said that in order for us to see the drunk, the stones must be stepped on in a precise pattern. Once this was done, the drunk would come. Her grandfather had studied these stones and eventually discovered the pattern. The pattern had been taught to her when she was a child, as a sort of dance. She thought she was learning a kata, or a family ritual. Not until much later did she realize it was the key to unlocking the drunk stones. Whatever the drunk is. Oh, come on, let me... Okay. Maeva and I spent weeks trying to come up with an experiment that would give us a clear result to our hypothesis. Many other experiments were conducted, most of them mundane. I will not bore you with the details, but I will bore you with the results. We found that most living bodies could go without a soul for some amount of time. It may only be a few seconds, but none of the bodies could survive without a soul for longer than 2 minutes under normal room conditions. We tried a soul transfer in the winter on a hibernating hamster, and his body survived after 4 minutes without a soul, but most did not survive that long of an ordeal. There were problems with the bodies we were using in that the stopped heart removed the ability to deliver oxygen to sustain the brain, or to subject's brain. So some soul transfers were successful, but... Oh, wait. Oh, I probably missed a whole bunch of stuff. But the brain damage of the body was often so great that the spirit was incapable of flight. It had no memory or died sometime later. We hated being the cause of these spirits' deaths, so we tried to return the souls to their bodies within 2 minutes. The disintegration of... Okay, so this is a lot of stuff, and I'm running short on time. So we'll continue it next time. I get the feeling there's a problem. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff I missed. I thought it was just like snippets. So yeah, so I'll end the episode here. come back next time, kind of just scroll through it so you guys can read it yourself. Like pause and read and whatnot. And then I'll be moving on to Rebel Galaxy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup episode. Sorry that I couldn't make the episodes for yesterday. Hope you make it a great day. Whew, excuse me. And until next time, I will be seeing ya. Later.